Good Saturday afternoon, friends and neighbors. Tesweegie at the desk with the Saturday Scouts, back with the Hoofddorp Pioneers in Honkbal Hoofdklasse. I am very interested to see how this season pans out. As you can see, we're about halfway done the 42-game season. We've actually got the All-Star break coming up. Well, if there would be an All-Star game. We don't have divisions. But yeah, there's only a handful of games left in this short season. Well, we won 2 in a row at least. Maybe we got a chance at getting above 500 this stream session. We're not going to catch Osterhout. That much I feel is pretty sure. They played it right. They saved up the money. And now they've got Jonathan Scope, Tyrell Mercado, Gideon Marlin. I feel like half their team is cast-offs. Oh, Eric Mendez. Half their team is cast-offs from us. Because we screwed up the budget and we don't have money. At this pace, we're going to be able to, like, almost break even? Maybe? I'm actually hoping Ole Hofstede and Jakey Josefa don't pop their player options so we actually can go out and sign guys. This is all because after the suggestion of Psycho Ducko, I lopped a 0 off the end of everyone's budget, off the end of the revenue, the ticket prices, to make it closer to accurate within the Honkbal pyramid we have. Of course, we got Eerste Klasse, Tweede, Derde. And if we take a look at Eerste Klasse, it looks like the Eurostars are going to be most likely getting promoted. You see there the Amsterdam Pirates and the Utrecht UVV, who are both actually in the real Honkbal Hoofdklasse. There is no real promotion set up from Eerste Klasse to Hoofdklasse. There is from within the other divisions. The Storks were most recently in the championship as well, or in the top flight. Looks like Rotterdam Saints and the Arnhem Rhinos might be getting the call up too. Going to be very interesting to see who moves where. As well, if memory serves, I'm pretty sure I created a association in, yes, the Reichsbecker. So we are going to have an actual association playoffs coming up between the 4 leagues. We'll be very interested to see where everyone lands. I'm pretty sure it's going to be everyone in the... Yeah, I got to remember how I set this up. Who makes the playoffs? Everyone from Eerste Klasse. Top 8 from Tweede. Top 8 from Derde. And everyone in Hoofdklasse. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. Let's get into our first game of the stream session from Sportpark Pioneers, home of your Hoofddorp Pioneers, up against Curaçao Neptunus. The middle game of a 3-game set. We're going to also play the finale out in Rotterdam at Sportpark, or at Neptunus Family Stadion. But they don't have a lineup intro. We do. I realized about halfway through that I should have taken myself off mute, but oopsie doopsie. Looks like a beautiful day in Hoofddorp. you don't know where that is, it's a small village near Schiphol. So it's in the Amsterdam suburbs. Tyreek Camp pushes this one to the opposite field. Surprised everyone. I think Velasquez could have had a play on it. Oh well. Harmsprong. Gonna give up a stolen base here. Tyreek Kemp. Perfect 9 for 9 in stolen bases so far this season. Dula Imarica tries to bunt his way aboard. Instead, he will pop up to the first baseman. Vigers makes the grab. Vincent Hoff will ground out to Vigers. 2 down, runner at third for Luke Highcoop. Off the end of the bat, scoop by Vigers. Vigers makes all 3 outs this inning, unassisted. John Swain from Aruba, so he does not count as a foreign player. Looks like he's played well. Little late looper to Highcoop, who makes the easy squeezy. Vigers past a diving Highcoop and into center field. Moises Molero brings it in quickly. Here's Bas Krokendonk. Oh, I hope he's still ours when he finishes developing. He was really good last year. You still haven't seen the home run pop, but then again, we are playing in a dead ball league, effectively. Here's Josefa, 2-0, 2 on. Rocketed high and deep to left field. That is sailing out of here! First home run of the season for Jakey Josefa, opposite field. Look where this one lands. Okay, color me impressed. Velasquez goes to almost the same spot, but this one's going to be picked up by Wieberenhauser. 2 down, nobody on for Terrence Hemskirk. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Excuse me one moment. Bit stuffed up today. Not sure why. Little looper into center field. A doink there for Van der Heide. Here's Cord Deckers. 1-0. Sprong off and run. Just can't keep the base runners put. Van der Heide steals. He has a 25 steal rating. Good pitch there by Sprong. Fly ball to right. That's going to fall in front of Krokendonk, who trips while making the play. Corporal with an RBI single. Off the end of the bat, past Velasquez and into the left field corner. That thing was sharply hit up the line. Second and third with 1 out for Wieberenhauser. Line to left center field. Diving grab by Burleson. How do you like that? That'll keep the game, or keep the lead for the Pioneers. Kemp will ground to Hemskirk. Inning over. Hofstede gets plunked. Ole, not exactly known as a base runner. Burleson squares to bunt. Bounce back towards the pitcher. Swain throws to first. Hofstede advances to second. Here's Caden Markham, the DH. Easy pop-up for Kemp. Markham's sort of a ostensible two-way guy. We basically signed him because we didn't have money for two separate players. And Coppers will check in with a hit to center field. Runners at the corners now for Vigers. And Vigers gets plunked. 2 hit by batsmen this inning. Crockendonk on the first pitch. Lines to center. Molero makes the grab. Imarika deep to right field. Crockendonk will make the grab. 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out. Sprong. Free agent signing. Last offseason. This is, of course, the league that also has Bobby Boogert in it. And yes, I am going to be keeping an eye on him. Possibly acquiring him in the offseason. Go take a look at the highlights here on the channel if you're wondering what the heck I'm talking about. Into the left field corner, Jakey Josefa having himself a day. 2 extra base hits. Velasquez. Count is 3-0. Here's Hemskirk now. 1-2. Bouncer to third. That could be a double play. It'll just be a fielder's choice. Tyreek Kemp with a good throw. And Hemskirk with a stolen base. Sneaks in ahead of the play. Josefa can run. Hofstede can still hit, though. That's to the opposite field. That will fall for a base hit. Ole Hofstede's going to pick up 2 runs here. The 1 out, 2 RBI double. Getting those runs back. Burleson swings and misses for a strikeout. Markham to center field. Easily played by Molero. Quick check-in over at first. Just focus on the guy at the plate. Thank you. Sprong with 3 strikeouts. That's not typical for him. 2-1 on the way to Corporal. Fly ball to right. That's going to chase Crockendonk almost into the corner. Throw will be late to second. Corporal pulls up with a double. Corners are in here against Moises Molero. Line to left. Hofstede will play it on the bounce. And just like that, the tilt-a-whirl continues. Neptunus picks up a pair, courtesy of Moises Molero. And they're just picking Coppers' pocket now. Come on. Sprong is getting pretty good at pitching to the score, if you will. Easy play there by Josefa. Coppers, 1 for 2 today. That'll be a ground out to Haikoop. Vigers, the 1-2. Swing and a miss for the first baseman. Hope everyone's day is going well so far. Went for a haircut myself. And later today, I'm off to a friend's place for a games night. And like I said on Wednesday, back from a trip to Europe. No baseball in this one. Oh, come on, guys. Sprong, can you not, please? Glasgow and Paris. Was quite fun. Alright, we need to get someone loose from the bullpen. Let's go with Hogendorn. Deep to center field. Bill Bonney, thank you for the follow. We are tied at 5s. Courtesy of Dula Imarika scoring on the Luke Highcoop sacrifice. Because of the league modifiers, there's a lot of walks, there's a lot of hit by pitches, there's a lot of me pulling my hair out. See what I mean? Cord Deckers with an RBI double to hand Neptunus the lead. Corporal 2 for 2. That's a strikeout to the backstop. He'll be safe. An RBI strikeout because that's just how this day has gone. All right, Corporal injured. Carl Hoagland into the game now. Carol, part of last year's draft for Neptunus. I don't have pitch by pitch on. What's going on here? There we go. Fly ball to left. Hofstede grabs. Good throw. That'll hold the runners. Here's Hauser. And a balk is called. Come on. Disastrous game here. At least Josefa is able to make the diving stop. Boo, hiss, and groan. Jacket! Good to see you as among the followers now. To think that this team won the pennant last year. Then again, we had guys like Breivik Valera and Jonathan Scope and a lot more of a supporting cast than we got here. Alright, bases loaded, nobody out. Blamboa, thank you for the follow. Come on, Ole. That's not it. Burleson, you gonna break out of your slump? Or are you gonna pop it up on the infield? We have one backup player. Gotta trust Markham. Just a walk. Come on. Thank you. So it's not a Noble Tiger. That'll be the end of the day for John Swain. Taylor Clemenzia in. Hopefully we can get to a soft, squishy bullpen here. Coppers will fly out to left. So, Pioneers load the bases. Can only scrape one. Ryan Hogendorn into the game. Shallow line drive. Burleson makes a nice grab. One pitch, one out. Here's Imarika. That'll be outside for ball 4. Hoff. Copper's on the money this time. Third caught stealing this season. Compared to last year, he's definitely regressed in that respect. Line to center field. Burleson can't come up with it. I miss Tyler Mercado, or Terrell Mercado. I really do. Van der Heide. That'll be the third walk issued by Hogendorn. Cord Deckers, full count. DeGraff getting loose now. Jadale Maduro, the right fielder, taking over for Corporal. Dribbler back to the mound. Has to think about it. Nice play by Hogendorn. Tourney, thank you for the follow. Bunch of folks following today. Thank you. Bouncer up the third base line. Camp with a close play. Just had to wait to make sure which side of the bag that was going to be on. Crockendonk up the middle. We are still waiting for the home run power to show. Sixth stolen base of the season for Crockendonk. Josefa ends his hitting streak at 2. Through 6, Neptunus leads 9-6 over Pioneers. Levi DeGraff entering the game to deal with Molero, Hauser, and Kemp. Grounded up the middle. Hemskirk fires a BB to first. Here's Tyreek Kemp again. 1 for 4, and this one he wears in the digits. Don't be too worried. It's just a 85-mile-an-hour fastball. Popped up on the infield. Easy grab for Josefa. And Hoff. Grounded to Josefa. Flip to Hemskirk. We're out of the inning. Sing along if you know the words. When I was in Disneyland Paris last week, I did hear that walking up Main Street USA. Not with the lyrics, but I did hear the instrumental. Hemskirk, little dribbler back to the mound. Clemenzia, 1-3 the putout. Hofstede getting to feast on a lefty here. Inside out's this one. That's going to roll into the right field corner. Run, Ole, run! Good throw by the right fielder, but Maduro's late. Hofstede, the one-out double. Burleson will pop out to left. Markham, 0-1 on the way. Hard hit to short, Haikoop. It really is tough having like 2 automatic outs at the bottom of the lineup. Enrique Soler into the game. Was 1 point penciled in as a starting pitcher. But the rookie decided he'd be better off out of the bullpen. One-two swing. That's going to be popped out to Hofstede. And now Deckers. 2-0 on the way from Soler. Up the middle, Josefa. On the money. Pioneers need to find 3 runs in 6 outs against Clemencia. Copper sends this one screaming to center field, but Molero will make the easy grab. Vigers, 1 for 4 today. Bouncer to short, high coop. Makes it look easy. Krockendonk batting from the right side now. Shoots this to center field. That's floating. That might fall. Nope. It's going to hang on long enough for Molero to make the grab. Maduro, who checked in as a pinch hitter, is going to get a leadoff double here off the left center field wall. Corners are in to guard the bunt from Molero, the center fielder. Oh, good grab by Velazquez. He hasn't had much action today. Comes up big here. 1-2 on the way to Vibrenhauser. Swing and a miss from Soler. 0-1 to Kemp. Little duck snort into left. Not deep enough to advance Molero or Maduro to third. Or deep enough for third, not deep enough for home. Imarica. Works the walk. Bases loaded for Vincent Hoff. Popped up. Infield. Just behind second. Josefa sends us to the bottom of the 9th. Josefa, home run and double today. Velazquez, a frustrating day at the plate. 1 out left. Clemencia has pitched 4 innings in relief. And Hemskirk will ground out to Kemp. And that'll be the ball game. Neptunus takes game 2 of the 3-game series. We head off to Rotterdam tomorrow for the rubber match. And now we are in a relegation spot. Well, what? So I'm going to call an audible here. Originally, we had that as a non-relegation spot, but I want to make sure that teams are actually moving between the league levels. So we are going to... Where is promotion relegation set up? Trying to remember where that is. Ah, here we go. So 2 teams will be heading down to Eerste Klasse. And I'll be doing manual promotion relegation just to be safe. And then 2 teams will come up from Eerste Klasse. So I'm making it harder on myself. Yes, we are in a relegation spot. Caden Markham on the bump and DHing against Colin van Laar at Neptunus Family Stadion. Ooh, good pitch there. Slider in the dirt fools Deckers. Here's Corporal. Back-to-back Ks. Markham struck out 4 today. Here's the center fielder, Raylan T. That'll load the bases for Vibrenhauser. Hit hard to Josefa, who'll take it himself to the bag. And now the Pioneers managed to strand the bases loaded. A little bit of traffic on the base paths here for Josefa, first and second. Big swing and a miss. Van Laar sits him down. Velasquez works a full count walk. Bases are loaded now for Hemskirk. Swing and a miss. Inning over. Van Laar wriggles between the raindrops. As is Markham. Credit where credit is due. He's pitching a gem today. Full count to Hoff, who holds up. High Coop. Punch to center field. That'll fall for a base hit. Outfield was backed up, respecting the power. Bases loaded for Van der Heide. Got him. Markham strands the bases loaded. That's happened to both teams now. Shifted it on against Kemp. Line to the third baseman. Velasquez was right there. Let's go with Soler on back-to-back days. Do we trust Burleson? No. Bunt. Oh, okay. That looked like it might have struck him. Let's take a look at the Super Stats replay. That was a defensive bunt more than anything. Markham. Fly ball to the left. Still just the one hit for the Pioneers. I mean, it's not like Caden Markham hasn't been pitching well. Let's get Semlauf up just in case we actually take the lead. Come on, Shakin' Jakey. Still scoreless. Diego Velasquez is going to drop this into right field. Come on. Send the runners. Okay, we got one, courtesy of Crocendonk getting intentionally picked off. Let's go to Sem. Not a good start. Also not a good start. High and away and through the legs. Okay, that's an odd combination. Alright, Sam, buddy. Why are you doing this to me? Carl Hoagland with a pinch hit opportunity. Bounce to third. That's going to be an across the diamond 5-3 double play. Very impressive. Raylan T. Popped up. Center field. Burleson ends the bottom of the 8th. I think we're going to go with Hulsbergen. Nope, we're going to stick with Lauf. Never mind. Some additional runs would be nice. Back-to-back bad bunts there by Markham, who will just watch strike 3 sail past. Copper's up the middle. That might be enough for a run. Nope. T with a good throw. Vigers. Colin Van Laar still pitching here. That's a complete game 4-hitter. Lauf for the save. And it's going to give up an extra base hit on the first batter he sees in the top of the 9th. Or bottom of 9th. A double for Vibrenhauser. Outfield is in. Ooh, what a pickoff by Jakey Josepha. Gustav Deman will be getting the intentional walk. Vincent Hoff. Tying run at second. Go ahead run at first. Fly ball to center. Burleson picks it up. 2 down. Haikup, the shortstop. A wild pitch will send the runners ahead. And unfortunately, that'll be a tie game. Down to their last strike. Neptunus comes up big. Erwin Zanfleet now. Pinch hitting. And we head to extras. Semlauf, blown save. Enrique Soler into the game. Tom Den Boer. Now pitching for Neptunus. First and second, nobody out. Burleson with an excellent bunt. Oh no, they go to third! Deckers with a good throw. Coppers will spoil the opportunity. Bottom of the 11th. Pioneers and Neptunus tied at 1s. Hulsbergen getting loose. 2-2 on the way to Luke Haikup. Fly ball to center. Burleson tracking it. Through 11. Do or tie time for the Pioneers. Wolfsbergen enters the game. Second and third. 2 down. Vibrenhauser grounds out to Vigers. That'll end it. A draw. 1-1 the score. We seriously couldn't even come up with a single measly run in the 3 extra innings. Van Laar goes 9 innings of 4-hit ball. Den Boer, 3 innings of 2-hit ball. Lauf with his first blown save. I trusted you, man. Well, at least we sneak out of the relegation zone. Barely. We host Haarlem Kinheim, our potential relegation opponent. Falke van Doorn is healthy again. Let's actually do a little bit of lineup adjusting before we hop into the game. Let's give Soler opportunity to be a setup man. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Coppers lead off. Let's move Josefa up. Vigers, Krakendonk, Velasquez. Burleson, OPS of 8. It's a good thing he's a good defender. All right. Our ace, Falke van Doorn, led the league in whip, home runs allowed, and BABIP last season. Pending free agent, so we're trying to make the most of him while we've got him. Rayeteri Merite, where's he from? Oh, Rotterdam, okay. Possibly a real dude. Okay, I'm going to quickly check this guy up. Yep. Full name, Rayeteri Glino Gregory Merite. He's with the Reds organization right now. Diego Velasquez, high and deep to right center field. That one's going to bounce off the top of the wall. So close. Diego with a 2-run triple, though. With 2 out, no less. Good work there, Diego. And Hemskirk will cash him in. Very nice. Burleson refuses to take the walk. Moritz Horsten. One, two on the way. Big swing and a miss there. Van Doorn ends the top of the second. More men on base. Here's Krakendonk. Little opposite field job there for Boss. And he sneaks into second with Vigers. Uh-oh. We don't have any room for, like, defensive substitutions or anything. Coppers is going to have to move to first base. Sore thumb. Oh my goodness. For this, you're taking him out of the game. Pioneer's piling it on here. Alright, so with the injury, Coppers moves to first base. Geis Bertha will take over as the new catcher. Actually, no, let's keep Coppers at catcher. Geis Bertha will play first base. Nobody else is allowed to get injured. We don't have the bench for it. Wop Bodhi. Wop Bodhi? That is one heck of a name. Fictional, too. Full count to Greg Morris. Bounce it to first. Geis Bertha makes the play. Runner at third for Franca, the shortstop. 1-2 on the way. Another strikeout for Von Dorn. Hemskirk. Takes 4 wide ones. Here's Ole Hofstedt, full count. And he's walked. Bases loaded, 1 out. Vop Bodhi will face Miles Burleson. And Burleson actually is going to drop a hit here. Oh my goodness. It's like a comet passing. And Markham's going to fist this one the other way. Bottom of the lineup, getting stuff done. We are close to comedy score territory here, in which case we will sim the rest of the game. I don't think there's a way to do a mercy rule in Out of the Park. Josefa works the walk. Vop Bodhi in the pain zone. Now has to face Jason Geis Bertha, who will pop out to center field. Chaka Gertz makes the grab. Pablo Royjakers. Again with the awesome names. Lantigua. Pinch hitting here. Fly ball to right. Crocendonk will play it on a bounce. That'll end the shutout. With Lippis scores. It is 9-1. And Von Dorn is having himself a game. Come on, 10 strikeouts. You know you can do it. Dribbler to the catcher. Copper's throw to first is on the money. Nope. It is late. Franca. Past the infield, into right field. Crocendonk throws cut off. And the relay misses the target. 9-2. Pinch hitter is Ebert Froelich. Bouncer to Josefa. Stretch time. And we have now reached comedy score in that we have double digits, and the margin of victory is larger than 5. Good knock by Josefa. Lynn was right there. We'll bring Levi de Graaf in, and then we'll quick sim the rest of the game. Van Dorn has done a job. We win 11-3. Merite gets ambushed. I mean, he's not a bad player. I just don't think he's fit for the league, really. The only question is, can anyone catch Osterhout? Harm Sprung at Pim Mulier Stadium up against Tobias Iming. All these ballparks, by the way, are not part of the packaged product. Go take a look on the Out of the Park forums to go see Flying Canucks Stadium mods. In addition to a bunch of these for Honk Ball Hoofdklasse, he's got some historic ones for KBO, for League Redacted, for Taiwan, and comes with my full voiced recommendation. 2-run jack for Dickie Vonders. Again with the amazing names. Pending free agent, no less. Sprung getting into some occasional trouble. Gertz. Nice swing and a miss there from Sprung. 2-2 on the way to Amarencio Franca. Line to center field. We'll put another run up on the board for Kinheim. Stef van Gruzen. Popped up, right side, yoink. All right, first and second, nobody out. It's Burleson and Markham finally figuring out how to hit in this league. Markham shoots this to the left center gap. That will fall for a base hit. Extra bases for Caden Markham. Second and third, nobody out. Pioneers with a chance to tie this up. Coppers. First pitch he sees, doinked over the third baseman's head. Just perfectly placed to score Burleson. Coppers with a little catcher-on-catcher violence. First steal of the season for Brian. I don't think anyone expected that. Good throw by Van Gruzen. Vigers to deep center field. That should be enough for the runners to tag. And Markham will. Pioneers have tied it. Krockendonk off the end of the bat. That's going to carry to the track, but not out. Van Beek makes the grab. Burleson, bouncer back towards the mound. Going to be a tough play. Infield single, Miles Burleson. And now Caden Markham has the sacks loaded with one out. And he'll wear the 1-2 in the back to hand the Pioneers the lead. Iming able to get a curveball over for strike 3. Jakey Josefa past the infield and into right field. 2-run RBI single for Shakin' Jakey. The guy we hammered yesterday, Bodie, into the game to strike out Vigers. All right, Sprung, are you going to blow a head gasket again, or can we actually trust you this game? Another defensive bunt there. This time Burleson gets it down successfully. Why did I do that? I forgot how many outs there were. Ugh. Alright, we scraped together an RBI in the top of the 6th. Runner from third tries for home, safe throw. So Vigers tried to sneak into third and got thrown out. 8-3-5. Worth a try. Dickie Vonders standing at second. All right, we got to get a quicker hook on Sprong. Let's get Hulsbergen up with all the lefties. Coppers will get pickpocketed again. 1-2 to Greg Morris. Fly ball to the left. Hofstede tracking it. Up the line, he makes the catch. Eric Snow. Grounder to short. Little meek thing. Harm Sprung. Gets through the ambush. And we'll turn things over to Hulsbergen, who fails to deal with the two guys he was supposed to deal with. Now has to look at Steve Van Gruzen. And a wild pitch. And Hulsbergen allows a pair of runs. Why can my bullpen just not figure this out? Let's get Lauf up. A walk to Vonders. Henry von Manen, dangerous against lefties. But Burleson was playing back, and he makes the second out of the bottom of the 7th. Pinch hitter here, Dennis Minton. Going with all the lefty murderers here up against Hulsbergen. Straight back up the middle, and it squeaks through Hemskirk. Bases loaded. Morris now has to face Hulsbergen from his strong side. Got him. Tying run dies at second. You know, given the lefties coming up, we're going to let Hulsbergen go for a second inning. Come on, Vigers. No. Less than ideal. Still less than ideal. All right, let's get Lauf up again. And we're going to pull the swap. Lantigua, the pinch hitter, Sem Lauf into the game. AKA the one reliever I can trust. It's tough when you only have, like, enough budget for 12 guys. Up the middle, that's going to squeak through. Burleson's arm is respected. The runners hold Van Gruzen. 2-0 on the way from Lauf. To third, they go home for one. And it's a double play, 5-2-3 to get out of the bottom of the 8th. And Lauf slams the door. First save of the season for him, thank goodness. The sweep is on deck. Caden Markham up against Carlos Ramos. Another beautiful afternoon here. Whoa. All right. That's into foul territory. Long run. Good grab by Morris. And Velasquez strikes out. Diego's been disappointing, I have to say. I mean, yes, only 20 years old. Room to grow. Might be our shortstop next season. But the frustration is there. Could be two. Oh, what a turn by Hemskirk. That looked barehanded. Gobbled by Hemskirk. Scoreless through 1.5. We are going to take a break from franchise mode to go sneak into Perfect Team at some point today. I haven't had a chance to see the latest releases. And Lord knows a few of my teams could use the assist. Markham will walk in the first run. Kinheim takes a 1-0 lead. Here's Moritz Horsten. Shallow fly ball. That will score 1 run, possibly 2. Burleson's up throwing. It'll be cut off by Vigers. Jaka Gertz. I really need to give him a nickname of Yo. All right, Hemskirk with runners at first and second. Nobody out. Terrence Hemskirk lines this to right field. I'm liking the push profile there. Crocendonk scores standing. Pioneers have a run. Hofstede will ground into a double play. At this point, do we just like ignore home run power? Just focus on contact guys with gap? That may be the way. Tough play. Van Gruzen couldn't get it. Pioneers have tied the game. Bouncer to third. Morris on the money. Tied at 2s through 4. Markham just keeps walking, guys. I don't know if it's his like pitch around setting or what. Coppers with another looping throw. Real helpful. Vonders deep to right. Crocendonk is there. Good tag by Van Gruzen. Corners are in against Van Manen. Fly ball to center field. Burleson has it lined up. Sacrifice fly scores Van Gruzen, and it's 4-2. Kinheim. Might be 5-2 now. Nope. Focus on the man at the plate. Eric Snowshoes. All right, I think now's as good a time as any to get... let's go with Hogendorn. He hasn't seen much action. Coppers with a leadoff double. Okie dokie. Up the line, fair, tough play by Van Manen. That looked like it could have been extra bases. A diving miss by the center fielder. Jaka Gertz comes up late. And that'll allow Kevin Vigers to go to third. What is Jaka Gertz's outfield rating? 50. Oh, okay, that explains it. Boss to first and fair. 2 down, runner at third for Velasquez. Bounce it a short. And the Pioneers will strand the tying run at third. Markham will give way to Hogendorn. Still in the game is the DH. Lace to center field. Gertz is able to track down this one. Coppers popped up on the infield and grabbed. Kinheim hanging on to a 1-0 lead here. Enrique Soler getting loose. Up the foul line. Good grab by Velasquez. Dickie Vonder still standing at second. Fly ball to right. Crocodonk grabs it on a hop. Throw is cut off. Run will score. Dickie Vonders scores. Arthur Van Beck with the RBI. Hogendorn issues a walk. And Snow strikes out to send us to stretch time. Pioneers down to their last out. And that will do it. Greg Morris fires across the diamond. And Kinheim avoids the sweep. How's our money looking? Oh, we're still losing it hand over fist. Okay. All right. Where's Gertz? There we go. Yogurts. There's Bobby Boogard. Looks like he's played poorly enough to work his way off the starting lineup. Three-game series against the Penguins. I don't believe we have Heemsted's a Sports Parkin, so we're going to quick sim those. 1-0 loss. We got walked off. Lauf. Walks 3 guys. Rosario with 14 strikeouts. My word. All right, we're going to park for just a moment and hop into some Perfect Team. Hey, got my password right on the first try. The Clonfair Pulquingle extra stitching, players with 10 characters or more in their last name. Hyphens count, spaces don't. Saberhagen counts. Oh, that's a beautiful looking card. Okay, the photo coming out of the jersey number, I think, is my favorite card art that we've had all stream or all cycle. We do have a buy order out for Syndergaard, but I'm going to nix it, and maybe there's other options out there. I mean, he is a PTCS card, so he'll be hard to come by. Ditto for Cy Falkenberg. That's a PTMS card. I think that's it for the theme week and the clubhouse updates that qualify for this theme. I mean, adding Tulowitzki has definitely been a boon. Adding the new Cam Schlittler was a good get. Bullpen looks pretty darn solid. Oscar Charleston was worth all the money as our new locked-in center fielder. Let's flip over to the Bob Cajun Bobs, who of course are chasing after the big Bob Gibson card. Also go acquire... Oh, don't make him Bobby Seymour. His name is Bob Seymour. Always has been. Ooh, we finally got the Bob Boone card available as a clubhouse option, so I can finally give Bob Uecker a break. We'll keep Brenly. Brenly's halfway decent, but... Oh, maybe Boone still gets some playtime. As you can see, we don't have too many Bobs that we don't own. The limited edition Bobby Bonilla has been a lot of fun. And yes, I still can't believe we got this PTCS Bob Feller on the market. Ooh, there's some fun. Ooh. Okay. Do we finish a few missions to ramp up some historical diamond packs? The idea has merit. More likely, though, we'll just rip all the packs we've got. I'll rip the diamond one now. Nope, that's not the pack I wanted. That is. Kyle Stowers. I mean, the Bob Cajun Bobs also haven't finished the live missions yet. That is a game. You gonna come back? Huh. That's a fun glitch. Glad this happened after I saved my franchise mode. Anyways, Mob Your Bob will be coming back. First stream session of October. So that'll be October 4th. We rip all those packs and we see what we get. Theme Team 3 of 4, the Shibugamo Francophonies. Players with a French origin last name. Honestly, not sure if anyone is going to be able to lend a hand. We've still got plenty of options to acquire Martin, Charleston, Gagné, Richard. Again, I love that card style. Gagne in particular would be a huge get for our beleaguered rotation. And yes, we are running all lefties in the rotation for funsies. Albert Bell and Chase Delotte have both been fantastic. And yeah, we're in the same division as the Hiroshima Team Redacted, the winningest of my teams this year. 3 championships so far. In fact, I think they beat the Francophonies last week. It's always hard to remember what kind of names sound or are of French origin, so I'm not going to bother doing too much here. I am going to flip over to the Team Redacted, though. This was the team I wasn't planning on running, but then Spore did the Tokyo series, and I kind of didn't have much of a say in the matter. Alright, hopefully this will be quick. I don't think there's any new cards in the latest set. We did finally get the big Ichiro. He's been a fun player to have. Especially for all the missions he unlocked. Pitching staff's been doing well. Brad, Leslie, Nomo, and Kim as a bullpen. Yeah, no wonder we've got the best bullpen in the league right now. It's a shame that Leslie's face gen doesn't have the big beard that he wore when he was in Japan. You may recognize him from MXC. He's one of the players in, or one of the house villains in that game. We also added Bob Horner, who's also on the Bob Cajun Bobs. Played for the Tokyo Yogurt Birds. And we added Jesse Barfield as well. We made out like bandits, even though we didn't participate in PTCS. We still were able to get some decent options, card-wise. Gotta find a new first baseman for Justin Bohr, though. I feel like he's been there a little too long. Do we train Otani at first? That idea's got merit. We put Reggie Smith there instead? Alright, I am going to do a quick check of the rosters. See if any of the newly released cards in September qualify. Wait, Kevin Mitchell does? Who did Kevin Mitchell play for? He didn't even last a full season, though. Spent only 2 months with the team. Okay, so Kevin Mitchell does not count. Bob Horner, Barfield, yeah. Mike Greenwell. Mike Greenwell lasted 8 days. Okay, so that doesn't count. The player has to at least be on the team for a full season. That's the rule here. So yeah, this did not help us any. So we're just sitting on packs and points. Oops, that's the wrong save file. I think I need to adjust which of my teams gets the drops. Right now it is the team redacted. I think I'm going to flip that over to the Pioneer or the Francophonies, I think. All right, RCH Penguins. Visiting us, so we actually are able to play this one out. No sign of Bobby Boogard. Dennis Tolan. Gets a Vigers to hit into a double play. Crocendonk, gonna be a tough play. Oh, they got him. Lespa with a throw. Wesley Lespa from Venezuela. Okay. Interesting use of one of your 3 foreign player slots. Wait, is it 3? It might be 5. I can't remember now. I think it's 5. Ooh, bobbled by Tommy Carmen. First error of the year. And Geis Bertha's DHing today. Which means Caden Markham is available out of the bullpen. Oh no, wait, he's playing right field today. No, what? Is he available? -8. Oh, 6 WRC plus. Yeah, that's, maybe we do need to put Geis Bertha as our DH more. One thing's for sure, we need an actual bench next season. Bases loaded for Darnell Collins, who we're just going to deep shift on. And Burleson gets us out of the inning. Coppers with a stolen base, or a wild pitch it was. Past a diving Ayubi. Runners at the corners for Crocendonk, although Servania at second. Crocendonk swings and misses. Third K of the game for Tolan. And Servania makes this play. Scoreless through 3. As our old friend Christian Diaz stands at second. Carmen gets plunked. Here's Wesley Lespa. Up the middle. Snared by Hemskirk. Flip to Josefa to at least get the out at second. Focus on the man at the plate. Thank you. Leon Yeager taking over now to deal with Crocendonk. Runners at first and second. Little floater past the shortstop and into left field. Bases loaded for Diego Velazquez. We are a long way from Breivik Valera setting the franchise batting average record with like a 4-something. I need to show you guys that season if you're late to the save here. And Sprong has sprung a leak. Back-to-back 4-pitch walks. let's go with Solaire. Gobbled by the first baseman. That'll be a 3-6. Oh, sorry, 3-2. Double play. But can't protect against that. Walked in a run. Penguins take a 1-0 lead. Gabriel Elizondo. Sprong with a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks. Okay. Now we just got to scrape something together ourselves. Luke Roovers takes over. Bottom of the 8th. So they're getting into a little bit of trouble here. That'll be enough to get Lauf up. First and second, one out. Collins will ground right to Hemskirk. They don't get prettier than that. Hofstede trying to get something started here. Burleson's been on a burner lately. Like, he's actually got his batting average into the 2s. Good for him. And he gets a hit here. First and third? First and third. Nobody out. With a chance to tie it, Geisbertha. How's Burleson's speed? Okay, we are definitely going to be sending him to steal. Whee! Geisbertha to first. Runners hold. Coppers now. 1-1 on the way. Fly ball deep to center field. That will carry. That will clank off the top of the wall. The Pioneers will walk it off 2-1 in 9 innings. Brian Coppers. The RBI double. Whew. Straight down. Blown save Roovers. I mean, he will eventually be very dangerous, but right now we can do this to him. Hee 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 ha ha. And an extra innings win because Lauf blows the save, but we get one back against Roovers. Caden Markham walks 6. Okay, hang on a second. Okay, pitch around is set to the lowest it can go. Markham just really is that wild. Our longtime rivals, Busum Honkball Club Alan Veerbar, comes to town. 4 series left in the season. Osterhout, the Griffins, the Wassenaar Greens, which really should have a different abbreviation. Griffins are a good team, though. We've got 2 strong series and 1 kind of gimme. Burleson with a dinger this season. All right, so let's take a look. Maybe we need to flip Markham and Geisbertha. Burleson has been on a burner lately and has evened out his wins above replacement. let's go with Solaire and Lauf as twin stoppers. And let's keep Markham in the rotation for now. 8 walks per 9. Ay, ay, ay. Sprong's not that much better. Alright, so Coppers is going to continue to lead off. Actually, no, let's go with Jakey as our leadoff man now. Coppers 2, Vigers, Diego, Boz, Ole, Hemskirk, Burleson, Geisbertha. Yeah, that looks about right. Let's see how that works with Falke van Doorn on the bump. No hits yet. Ah, there we go. An error and a hit. We've got first and second with 1 out for Velasquez. Bases loaded for Crockendonk. That's a double play. Oh, nope, just a fielder's choice. Okay. We pick up a run. Ole Hofstede tries to push, no luck. Skipper makes the play. Shock Nyman. Strikeout victim. Mark de Haas. Mark. Straight back up the middle. Hemskirk says yoink. Inning over. I'm going to miss some of these guys. Some, not all. Here's Van Hemert, the second baseman. That one's not going to leave the infield. Jakey with a stolen base. Coppers plunked. Double steal? No. Vigers tries to go the other way. That'll be a 3-6-3 double play. No such luck. Good play there by Ray Patrick Ditter.
Strike 3.
Van Doorn gives up a double. Second hit of the game allowed. Josefa, nice little stab there. Pinch hitter is Fook Vandenberg. Fuka. Strikeout victim. Another pinch hitter is Modefi Marte. Uh-oh. Marte goes the other way, and that will tie the game up. Good throw by Crockendonk. As Vettering scores. Here's Victor Dreyer, the right fielder. 6th walk issued by Van Doorn. Skipper strikes out. Let's go with Lauf. Burleson up the middle! Where was this all season? Miles making me smile. Hemskirk Infield drawn in. Swings and misses. Here's Geis Bertha. Back-to-back Ks. Cantu. Gutting it out. And Josefa will fly out to left. The Pioneers have Noble Tigered. Van Dorn will see Sam Lauf take over. Jarrett Worf now faces Krakendonk with a runner at second and 2 down. And he will be intentionally walked to deal with Ole Hofstede instead. That worked. Burleson with another hit today. We thinking a wee? Wee! And they're going to intentionally walk Hemskirk to deal with Geis Bertha. Mashing the steel button. Strike 2 called. But the runners are advancing.
Strike 3.
Worth a try. Josefa intentionally walked. They want to deal with Coppers. Who already has a walk-off hit this stream session, and he's going to get another here. 2-1 the win for the Pioneers. We're back to 500. We're not going to catch Osterhout. The Twins have clinched themselves a postseason spot. But I think we're out of the worst of the relegation zone. Dennis Bergersdijk up against Sprong. We're going to finish this series out. Unless the next series afterwards we're starting on the road. And then I'll turn things over to the rest of our streamers for today. There's plenty of drops available, including DishNet with the Saturday Showdown. And then you'll see me next, not on Wednesday, but on Friday with the return of the Stampede. It just may be at a slightly different time, because I have a broadcast to do at 5 in the morning. On the 27th. Take pity on me. All right, Sprung keeping the ball in the yard so far. Limiting the... There's the first walk. Here's Harmon, the catcher. Sprung, buddy. Do I have to turn down your pitch around slider too? Oh, good gobble there by Vigers. Whew. Maddie Steels, thank you for the follow. We are closing in on 1,300. I am pleased. I am grateful. There's many people out there streaming Out of the Park Baseball, and the fact that you've chosen to follow me, I'm grateful, like I said. But also go follow the other ones. Guys, Bertha loops this one into left. Shaking Jakey. Fly ball deep to left, carrying, but on the track it's picked up by Vetterings. Halfway home, Pioneers lead 1-0. Uh-oh. Velasquez apparently cannot continue the game. So we need to put Hemskirk to third, and Markham's going to come in and play second. This is awkward.
Strike three. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd.
Soler has had a huge turnaround since coming back in, and Markham just can't come to this one. Runners at the corners for Ditter. Caden Markham being exposed a little bit at second base. And we're all tied up, courtesy of Ray Patrick Ditter with an RBI single. Sprong played well, but he'll get charged with the run there. Harmon will check in with an RBI. HCAW takes the lead. Three straight hits off Enrique Soler. He's only thrown 6 pitches. Foul, single, ball, single, single, single. Coppers with a sacrifice hit. Swinging bunt, as it were. Yeah, Markham was going to do that. All right, we're going to do some defensive subbing here. Hemskirk to second. Markham to first. Has Markham played first before? No. Would I rather have Hemskirk at second? Yes! Let's get Lauf up, just in case. Nice pitching there, Soler. First and second for Hemskirk. Okay. Hemskirk line to right field. Bases loaded, 1 out. Tying run, 90 feet away. Geisbertha. Popped up on the infield. Josefa, 0-2. Grounded to second. That'll do it. HCAW steals this one. Yeah, Velasquez just got, like, briefly hurt, but that is fine. Let's see. Looks like we got some contracts we got to deal with. I think I'll let both of them walk. I feel like we can do better. Alright, we are hosting Osterhout. So we'll play this one out, and this will be the last one for the stream session. Caden Markham up against Kai Timermans. And the walking has already started. They have a pitch around slider, but not a pitch to contact slider. I hit pitch to contact and he still walked the guy. This is a disaster of a start. This reminds me of Max Scherzer's performance yesterday for the Blue Jays. Speaking of unpretty starts, oh my lord. Line. Oh, what a good grab. Ooh. Hemskirk showing off some leather there. Finally. That was bad. That was just bad, not good. Well, this could end up being a very short play out. Much better inning from Caden Markham. 9 walks. Hemskirk takes it himself. Okay. Be nice if we can get something going against Timermans. Let's get DeGraff up. To be blunt, flush this one. The fact that we got 5 innings out of Markham is in itself impressive. He does not need to set the single game record for walks with double digits. Runners at the corners for Hofstede. A bouncing pitch, and the deadlock is broken at least. Ole's going to doink this one into left. Burleson. Another wild pitch. Timerman's starting to come loose a little bit here. 6-2. Bouncer. Infield single Burleson. Let's get Soler up. Hemskirk, high and deep the opposite way. On the track, it's brought in by Dreyer. Ooh. DeGraaf did well. Soler is going to pitch into trouble a little bit, but we'll see if he can wriggle his way out. Going to be a tough play. Velasquez goes across the diamond. Sacrifice hit for Mark de Haas. Gobbled by Vigers. Gais Bertha will enter the game as the pinch hitter. Second and third, one out for Vigers. Straight back up the middle. Why is Timerman still in the game? Tying run comes to the plate. Now he's out. Jared Wharf, who took the loss, picked up the save, and now he's in here for the third straight day against us. Or third straight game. Bum. And he secures the save here. Well, we made it back to 500 briefly. Twins 9-1. They still haven't gotten to double-digit losses. Eerste Klasse. Quick has taken over the top spot from the Eurostars. You can see Quick and Textown Tigers coming up next season. We'll see if the Eurostars, the Storks, and the Pirates could catch them. Onze Gazellen and the Arnhem Rhinos in good position. And then in Derde Klasse, who could be coming up, the Venet Flyers have already punched their ticket, courtesy of a 13-game winning streak. And the Tilburg Blue Lions, tied with Breda Jeka, and Groningen Caribe just outside the gates. Heck of a job there by the Venet Flyers. Why does every team in this competition have more home runs than us? We have 3. I want to keep him. Why do we not have the money? We need these two guys to not pop their player options, and then maybe we have a chance. This is what I get for cutting everyone's finances. We're not the only one in this jam. We actually have the lowest payroll in the league. Busum's finances are even worse. I mean, yes, we also have the smallest budget in the league, but every team is in the red. Penguins, least of them, still gonna lose 95 grand, which again tracks to the real Honkball Hofit Klasse. Maybe I need to expand the draft by another round? I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to raid y'all into another one of our lovely affiliates. Yukadin Kazami is going. Been a while since I've seen her stream, so we're going to go say hello there. Like I said, no stream on Wednesday, the 24th. You'll see me again with the Return of the Stampede sometime on Friday, the 26th. and then back with these here Scouts to finish out the 2028 season on the 27th. Time is precious, folks. I'm grateful you've chosen to spend some of yours with me today. Firage, take us out. Have a great rest of the weekend.